Welcome back, and we were here at the cliffhanger with two of them coming at me at once. Vincent enters the bar, followed by a man dressed in a long coat with piercing blue eyes. They sit next to each other, but their body language makes it clear they do not want to be near one another. I don't want to be near him. As the men settle into their seats, you can see Vincent's face is still red, though he's trying to calm himself. Hugo, meanwhile, adjusts his coat awkwardly and coughs. It's clear the two men have been arguing outside, and though they are quiet now, the atmosphere is tense. After an awkward silence, the man speaks. Well then, detective, now that we have some privacy, perhaps we can talk this out like civilized men. Or by all means, continue your tirade. Yes, it's better we talk here instead of continuing our argument in public in the streets. Now, Mr. Floir, despite all the protestations, you knew about the illegal bar the whole time. In fact, you feigned ignorance when the culprit was caught. It was originally all your plan, your idea. And 1 year later, I return to find you have the audacity to reopen the speakeasy, this time with a new sidekick. You narrowly avoided ruin by shifting the blame, and having learned nothing, you're doing the same all over again. Wait. New sidekick? Does that mean the bartender is someone else then? I thought it was the same person. You have gone too far. You had no issue with keeping the place open when it suited you and your career. You used this place as a hunting ground to catch your suspect. I'd say you got what you wanted, constable, or should I say, detective. Your promotion was won with my help, and dare I say you enjoyed it more than the odd triple were on the job. You enjoyed more than the old triple. Hugo Mertens. I operated entirely within the law and made the best of the situation. No, you did not. To ensure the safety of the people of Bukovi. The safety of the people of Bukovi? Vincent lets out a hollow, sarcastic laugh. You climbed the ladder, kicked it away when you got to the top. The last bartender didn't deserve to be hung out to dry like that. Oh, so okay, the bartender is new. Despite my help and cooperation in apprehending that vile killer, Elliot Lynn still got away. What? And the speakeasy was closed down. He got away? What the heck? You are... Hugo takes a deep breath, trying to calm himself, but it's not really working. Incompetent, I say. I did all the work and you didn't even manage to capture the culprit. What? That's beside the point here. You used your influence and connections to avoid any real repercussions. A slap on the wrist for breaking prohibition. And worst of all, it wasn't even an oversight on your part. It was a plan. Both men seethe. They turn away from each other, but attention doesn't recede. What's going on here? Ah, this man here is the reason we had to shut down last year. Vincent Flora, I'm on your side. Correct, and by my good grace, it's not closed again. Closed again. Yet, I need cooperation. Nope. Cooperation with what? Hugo pulls out a newspaper from his coat and sets it down on the counter. It's from roughly 1 week ago, with the headline, New Money Heiress Dies at a Tea House. An ambulance was rushed to the Tea Terrace yesterday when Alina Dragos, wealthy heiress and competitive chess player, suddenly collapsed and started convulsing. Although medical staff swiftly arrived on the scene, all help came too late for young Alina, who passed away of asphyxiation. Bukovi police has closed the tea house and started an investigation as Alina had no prior health problems that could account for the sudden onset of these symptoms. Tea Terrace owner Feng Bai was among the first questioned. Several other witnesses have also been brought in for questioning, including the friends who were present during the incident, as well as famous singer radio show host Olivia Carmine. Still don't know how to say her name. Let me lay my cards on the table. I was assigned to this case and I'm currently struggling to find a lead. Through no fault of my own, progress has been slow. Yeah, sure. Just say you're incompetent. Too slow, I need your help. I don't know your face, which is usually a good thing in my line of work. Mr. Flora here is already on thin ice, but I wouldn't want to put a stain on a clean record like yours. So please work with me here. Last year, both Alina Dragas and 3 of the witnesses mentioned in this article all visited the speakeasy. Those witnesses were Killian Durant, Maria Popa and Wendy Brooker. I'm also certain Mr. Florida couldn't pass up the opportunity to mention the nightcap's grand reopening to his circle of friends, which I believe includes Feng Bai, the owner of the Tea Terrace. Vincent looks away annoyed. Seems Hugo is right. In other words, you have direct access to all of my suspects. Fortunately for you, I'm not coming here empty-handed. Take a look at this. Hugo pulls out a photograph of a letter. Instead of being written by hand or typewriter, the words are constructed from characters cut out of different newspapers and glued to the paper. Alina, you have missed your payment for the 2nd weekend in a row. Do I need to remind you what is at stake here? If I don't find an envelope containing the agreed upon amount at the usual place, your secret won't be a secret much longer. Okay. Blackmail? Exactly. We found it while searching Alina's home looking for clues. It may just be a coincidence, but money is a powerful motivator. If Alina stopped paying, whoever was blackmailing her may have had the motive to kill her. Considering Feng Bai poured the tea, she's naturally our prime suspect. Alina was likely poisoned after all. But this letter complicates things. Perhaps someone in her circle of friends was desperate for money. Here's the deal. I've thoroughly interviewed every suspect and none of them opened up to me. I can't get them to speak, so I want you to gather information from these people without them knowing it. As a bartender, you should be good at loosening people's lips and listening when they talk. And now I also get why we are at 0 again with our affection, since the bartender is a new person. Do whatever it takes to make them talk. Joke, threaten, cajole, flirt, or keep it simple. Just get them drunk. If you find something interesting, write it down. Why should I help you? Do you think you can handle that? Well, doesn't sound like I have a choice. Yes, quite. Just remember, when gathering evidence, keep it simple, keep them talking, and tell me everything. You bastard. And what guarantee do we have that you won't betray us like you did last time? I am not required to give a guarantee. All I can say is that I learned from my past experiences. See, I can be humble. I can compromise. Can you too? Wait, wow, what did you learn from your past experience? It seems like you're still the same asshole. Well, it seems we have our backs against the wall. What do you say? Seems we have no choice. I can't protect us from Detective Merton's scrutiny right now, but he is observed too. I have some friends in the upper echelons of the constabulary, and the detective better make sure he never sets a foot wrong. I think we all know where we stand. These terms are acceptable. Aha! So you're in trouble as well. I see. My superiors have given me a deadline. 2 weeks. Find me something tangible by then. How about you look as well? Yes, Detective Mertens. Good. Keep up that attitude and we'll get along swimmingly. I don't really want to get along with you. I'll drop by later to bring you a case file. In the meantime, you can start by getting to know our dramatis personae. Better make a good impression. With that, both men get up from their seats and exit the bar. Well, that's a good start into the week. Oh, Killian Durant. The one I suspected of being the killer last time. A well-dressed young man enters your bar with an air of excitement. Though you only served Killian Durant a handful of times at your previous job, you recognize him instantly as he walks over with confidence and takes a seat. Glad to see this place open again. There's so many ways to look at the world, and sober is the worst one. Hello again, Killian. Again? I don't recognize you at all. Where did we meet? I worked at the Spire Lounge, remember? Killian's eyes you up and down, and for a moment there's a glimmer of recognition, but then it is gone. Oh, well, don't dilly-dally, mix me something. What's your taste in drinks? Too many questions. My head needs lightning with booze. My head needs lightning? Well, don't dilly-dally. Yeah, I know. Care for refreshment. I really shouldn't. But I want it. Go then, make it good. So, lightning could also be lightning, you know. Perfect storm. What did you like last time? I don't remember. But I will go with the perfect storm. Or did he mean like he needs a strong one? I don't know. This is a pretty weak one. Doesn't matter. It's a drink. Drink it. Oh, this is an unusual way to mix this particular drink. But I don't mind. This way you didn't make an impression for better or worse, so our relationship can go either way from here. Let's see if fine conversation can raise you up in my estimation. Well, what shall we discuss? Well, what sort of drink do you like? Booze that doesn't make it feel like I'm drinking booze, I guess. Ah, yeah. He was that one. I remember. Can you elaborate? Oh, I don't know. I guess I like rum. Let's go with that. No, stop dilly-dally. Yeah. You already have a drink, so shut up. You seem agitated. What's the matter? Well, Alina's dead. Don't be coy. Everyone who has the ability to read a newspaper can make a solid guess. Why I'm not in the mood for conversation. I can't look at my friends the same way ever again. And my parents have never listened to a word I say. Well, I can imagine. I'm all alone with nobody left to trust. I'm sorry to hear that. You get the feeling that Killian is holding something back. If you connect with him, he might reveal more. Oh god. Tell me about your family. If I had a good family situation, do you think I would be here? If home was welcoming, I would be there instead of here. So let's change the subject. Ah, okay. He needs a drink. Do you work in the city? Are you kidding? Or are you offering me a job? No, wait. Even if you are, I'm not interested. Why not? Imagine me working in a speakeasy. I would not be happy. The customers would not be happy. Damn, I'm sure the bottle of vermouth would be frowning at me. There's other things you could do. I am aware there are a few others. Look, it's not like I am useless. I could work, sure, but there is no support to do it, and no obvious path for me to follow. No, the only job I'll be engaging is in the waiting job. Mother can't hold onto my trust fund forever. Well, good luck with that. Yes, well, at one point Alina was going to pay for me to return to college, and obviously that's out of the window now too. So I am back to my original plan. I wait for the wealth I am owned to come to me. What else shall we discuss? Man, what a brat. Do you have family nearby? 2 nearby? Tell me, when do you think parents' responsibilities for their sons and daughters ends? What does he want to hear when you become an adult? Well, I certainly agree parents should stay out of your personal business, but financially, they should be a lifeline so that you can enjoy your life without worrying about economic ruin. So you're short on money. It wasn't hard for you to read between the lines there, was it? Yes, indeed, I am granted an allowance which would stifle child's ambition. Please, mommy, can I have a penny for sweeties? Such benevolence from mother and father. If I were less patient and kindly, I might strike out on my own and leave them to rot in a family manor. My mother is expecting me back sooner. I should get a hustle. Man, you are really a piece of work. Olivia, my friend. The bar is open once again. Glad to see Vincent found another gorgeous face to adorn this place. Well, thanks. Do we know each other? think she wants to hear you on the radio show. No, I think I served you at my old workplace. Yes, I'm sure we know one another a little. Obviously, everyone feels like they know me from the radio show. Oh, she wanted to hear that, okay. Familiarity breeds comfort. And this is one cozy little speakeasy you have here. Look at you, moving up in the world. Or sideways at least. Let your lips spill secrets they shouldn't. Gossip, darling. What sort of drink do you like, Miss Carmen? The Pirate's Joy is my usual go-to. It's both refreshing but fruity yet adventurous at the same time. That's specific. I'm a woman that knows what she wants. I love a little story with my drink, and the pineapple undertones take away some of the bitter tastes. A story. I'm afraid the time for that tale has passed, dear Bartender. I'm sure we'll find something else to talk about. Let's get you your drink first. A cure for a parched throat. Make it strong, please. Sure, the Pirate's Joy. Wait. I have to get her drunk. There you go. It's a pleasure to see a fellow creative spirit. The improvisation tastes delightful. How's your call-in show going? What a sweetheart you are for asking. Wonderfully, thanks. Would you like to hear about last night's show? Sure. Well, I won't spoil the whole thing. There are reruns on Friday nights. But what confession would you like to hear about the most? I'll share one, but only one. Want to know about the dancer who was putting pins in her rival's shoes, the husband sleeping with his wife's twin, or the woman who ate her grandmother's birthday cake and blamed a badger? What the heck? The twin cheater? So the wife woke up during a camping trip in the river valley to find her husband kissing her twin in the moonlight. What a scandal! Oh no. Indeed, the husband's response was to pretend he was confused over which twin was which. His wife was not convinced. Can you believe that? She said they looked nothing like each other. She was short, blonde and pretty, and he was 6 foot tall and had a huge beard. Wait, what? Oh. In the end, they worked it out. I believe they are now part of a very cute and respectful polygamous situation that goes on fishing trips every Sunday. What a scene! What? What a twist! You know the radio show is wonderful, but it's not my only pot on the stove. Have you heard of Dalliance? No? Oh, you must have heard of it. It's an opera debuting soon, and I am the star. I'm so sorry the tickets will be so very expensive. You would have loved it. Care to tell me what happened at the theaters? I would love to. The police forbade me from giving out the juicy details of my radio show, but I didn't mention anything about telling you. There I was, enjoying a cup of my favorite chamomile tea, planning new topics for the show, when a trio of girls entered. Alina Dragos, Wendy Brooker and Maria Popper sat down and ordered a pot of tea. Feng Bai took the order and returned with a teapot and a chessboard. After an hour of playing, the door opened once more and in stepped none other than Killian Durant. Shortly after, Alina and Maria began bickering about something. Eventually, things calmed down and Killian sat to watch the chess game. He struck up a conversation with Wendy on the sidelines. This continued for 3 hours or so before— Wow, you were there 3 hours drinking tea? Okay, before eventually it happened. Alina began violently coughing and then convulsing until she passed out on the floor. It all happened so quickly. By the time the medics arrived, it was too late for her. I should be clear, I like gossip and a good story as much as the next person, but this felt a bit too real. Forgive me, darling. This ended up being less fun than I expected. To finish my story, everyone was brought in for questioning, and I told the officer exactly what I told you. And that's that. Thank you, Mrs. Carmen. Let your lips spill secrets that they shouldn't. Yeah. Do you worship? Oh yes, darling, I am very devout. Although I'm finding new ways to show my devotion recently. How so? Well, you know, when my husband was alive, I took a very literal reading of the sanctified books of the scrolls of the goddess. But after his passing, may the goddess hold his soul in her eternal embrace, I started to read what those books actually said. My husband was often quoting words of the goddess that I could find in no book. He lied to you? Well, I noticed he particularly emphasized the importance of the husband's authority and the value of being demure. Never heard of those values? Indeed. And with his passing heartbroken though I remain, I have found great comfort in the goddess' actual teachings. In particular, along with my good friend Feng, we find great value in the emancipation of the feminine and the pursuit of the grace of the goddess. Oh, you're friends with Feng. Though the church still represents the goddess to me, sometimes I look at, say, Father John Lacey and wonder if he truly helps me touch the divine feminine that is the goddess. Or perhaps, and please don't think me conceited when I say this, the divine feminine lives not in John Lacey or the church itself, or even the congregation, but in me. I like that idea. Well, it's just a thought, a half thought even, but I wonder if I step away from the church, would the goddess turn her back on me? I think I have found faith in her, and in her capacity to love me no matter where I go or what I do. Okay, that's it for now. And I thought maybe I should talk to Hugo Mertens first to get some clues. Evening, Detective Mertens. Do you have any questions for me or new information to share? Well, let's give you a drink first. You hold yourself to higher standards? Wait, no question about... Oh, can you tell me more about the witnesses? Here it is. Certainly. I assume I have guessed most of the witnesses are also our suspects, with the exclusion of Olivia Carmine, the prestigious opera singer and radio host. Miss Carmine was sitting quite far away from Marlena's table at the time, but she still observed events from the distance. Make sure to interrogate her thoroughly. Most of the suspects belong to Alina's direct group of friends, Maria Popper, Wendy Brooker, and Killian Durant. The only exception here is Feng Bai, the owner of the tea terrace. Not only did Miss Bai serve the tea, serve the tea when Alina was convulsing and choking, she rushed to give everyone a tablet of activated charcoal. Charcoal tablets, okay. Perhaps you are familiar with this substance? It's a common antidote, right? Precisely. This implies that Feng Bai immediately suspected poison. It is important you fact-check everyone's version of the events. Make sure to verify every claim. That is all I can say, really. So you know nothing. How did you find out that this place reopened? I pass by this place every day on my way home from work. I saw two gentlemen stumble out of the basement door after dark and put two and two together. You live near the boulevard? Not at all. What gave you that idea? The police station is on the other side of the city. I enjoy an evening stroll through the streets after work to clear my mind. Sure! You liar! Walking is a good remedy for a guilty conscience. I don't think he wants to hear that. Sounds like a good way to find some peace. My personal life has nothing to do with you. Just focus on helping me solve this case. Did you get a big promotion a year ago? Yes. Solve a big case? Yes. Was it like this case? Somewhat. Though this case has more subtleties. Someone like me helped you solve the case. The previous bartender was involved, yes, though I wouldn't say their contribution was integral to the outcome. But you don't need to worry about that. Your role is very different. For one thing, they had a criminal record, while you still have a chance to do something better with your life. What happened to them? Doesn't matter. Like I said, things are different this time. And no one helped me get my promotion, mind you. I earned it. Sure. A good policeman follows the rule book. A good detective knows to think out of the box. This speakeasy was just one of the many leads I pursued. Sure, sure. Well, I'm not happy to be your partner. I'm still not sure about this. Put your trust in me and do what you're told. I won't steer you wrong. I mean, I have experience. Sorry, Hugo Mertens. What do you do for fun? Fun? Yes, fun. Well, I wouldn't normally discuss such frivolities while working a case. Today is no different. Aww. We will have time to discuss my hobbies when, if you make progress with the case and win my respect. What do you think of the Bukovi police force? In what way? As a career choice compared to the force in Belgium? Compared to Belgium? It is complicated. I have not made my mind up, and when I do, I will share my thoughts. But right now, we have work to do. What is your home country like? What do you want to know about? Are the people friendly? Not overly, not to me anyway. Do you go back often? There's nothing there for me now, except my old model locomotives in the attic. My mother has not thrown them out yet. I'd like to visit one day. Well, travel does broaden the mind. If you ever go, make sure to try the cinnamon hot cocoa from Bonneville's. It's almost worth the 5-hour train journey. I mean, you like coffee, right? Don't try me. Fair enough. Okay, he doesn't want to drink anymore. Those were all the facts I have, I'm afraid. Interestingly, Miss Dragos was one on my radar for Kate last year as well. It's a shame circumstances like these are what brought us together once again. Do you think there could be a connection? I admit there are superficial similarities between the two victims, but I highly doubt they're related. Aside from the obvious fact that there's a foul play involved in both cases, that is. Let's focus on the matter at hand. Killian showed up later than the rest of our suspects, did he? Interesting. If timing played a role in Alina's death, this might just provide him with an alibi. See if this ties into any other information you found so far. No. Okay. Go back. Hello, hello! A well-dressed lady takes a seat at the bar. She's glamorous from head to toe. Good evening, what would you like? Ah, this little place is still so quaint. Love what you did with the lighting. Thanks. When Killian told me it was open again, I thought he was playing on one of his childish pranks. I visited often before all this kerfuffle last year. I heard about it recently. Oh, you poor thing. I'm Wendy Brooker, of the distinguished Brooker family, Enchanté. The pleasure's all mine. Would you like a drink? Certainly. It's the last place on the boulevard where I can experience this kind of pleasure after all. What flavor best matches your taste? It seems my old favorite is no longer available. Such a pity. Got anything exotic? Exotic? Classic, but not too subtle, darling. Extravagance is what I yearn for tonight. Exotic. I mean, Eastern Ruby or Pirate's Joy? Royal Flush? A one-night stand? It has passion fruit inside. That's pretty exotic, isn't it? Oh wait, I didn't look at her tolerance. Ooh. It's a pretty strong drink, isn't it? Okay. I see, you're aware of my extremely high standards. And my word, you did not disappoint. This tastes exquisite. It's quite fortunate that this place reopened. After all the recent events, I needed a place like this where I can distract myself. Wait, don't just go! Okay, next person. Maria Popper. Oh god, in a bad mood, of course she is. A young, tired-looking woman sits down at a bar, looks at the menu behind you with glassy eyes. She seems defeated, but you can tell her glum demeanor is not her usual nature. It's been a long day. I don't know how I dragged myself here. Most nights I just flop into bed and try to sleep, and fail. I get home from working, it seems good, and I don't even want to read or play chess, or anything really. That's rough. Now I'm here, I'm not sure it was worth it. Maybe a drink will help. Sure, what do you like? I don't even remember. Just make me something to take my mind off things. Okay. Oh wow. The royal flush is so super strong. I can't get her drunk. Wait, 4. I could get her 4. She was the one that liked tomatoes, right? Let's see. Is there something similar? Doesn't seem like it. Though I do want to get her drunk, so I guess a pirate's joy it is. I'm all for improvisation. This is unusual, but it works. I needed a drink more than I'd like to admit. Oh, she's still in a bad mood, but... well... I'm Maria, by the way. I'm glad this place open again. I hope it goes better this time. Okay, I still have one last action with her. Oh. Got any gossip about Wendy Brooker? Oh my, it seems the alcohol turned off my capacity for drama. I doubt that. It's a tale I was saving for the radio show, on the topic of superficiality, but for you, dear. Have you ever noticed how Miss Brooker and I make great efforts when it comes to our public persona? Sure. Absolutely. Then perhaps you have noted that we are not alike, though she may wish it so. Can't say I do. My earrings, choker, headband, all those for the occasion. I dress for the impression I want to make when people I will see. And the people I will see. Miss Brooker, meanwhile, always wears the same diamonds for every event. When I pressed her on this, she claimed they were family heirloom and had sentimental value. I wasn't convinced, so I examined her earrings and the rock she sometimes wears on her finger. Are they fake? And they're not diamonds, they're rhinestone, as fake as the rouge on my cheeks. Oh. Moneyed families can fall on hard times, but they sell off the beach houses and fire the help. They don't pawn off the family jewels. Refinement sharpens the senses, and without it, a fake can fool many people. But not everyone. I've said enough already. Don't tell anyone. It will spoil the next episode of the show, darling. And I know it was you. I wouldn't dare. Well, I should head back home. If I don't get my beauty sleep, the Marvik will go bankrupt. Ta-ta. I actually wanted to ask her... No. Cancel. Whew. I wanted to ask her about one of the clues, but then she had something more interesting to tell. Alright, let's see. What sort of drinks do you like? Something exotic should do the trick. I'll leave the rest in your hands. Okay, they don't say anything else, not like the first time. Did you hear about what happened at the tea house? You were there, right? Hear about it. Dear Batna, I was there. It's quite tragic what happened to Alina, especially considering what she was up in the month leading up to her death. Alina was doing something shady? I'm not sure if I should say. I was her confidant and her closest friend. After all, wasn't Maria her closest friend? I'm sure she would forgive me for telling you this, especially if it could be a vital clue in learning what caused her sudden unfortunate death. You see, roughly 6 months or so ago, Killian nonchalantly mentioned that he found a bottle of Forcerta in one of Alina's drawers. Maria was there when he told me. What is it? It's a type of medicine commonly used to treat psychosis, but it can also produce periods of intense focus and concentration with the right dosage. During the war, officers received injections to help them in the field. Oh, for chess playing? Such drugs are sometimes used by diplomats or those working in espionage, or even in some high-pressure business environments. But Alina belonged to none of those groups. She is, however, a very competitive chess player. Medication taken without prescription is a dangerous choice, given she was playing against Maria that day. Well, sadly, it all adds up. Adds up to what? Alina never quite learned how to lose. If she took a higher dose than usual to ensure she'd win the games that day, it might explain why she started convulsing. But she always won against Maria, so... An overdose. It's only my theory, of course. Like I said, both Killian and Maria knew her well too. Perhaps you should ask them. Perhaps I will. Thank you, Wendy. Any friends in tonight? Everyone's my friend when they are looking for a beautiful woman on their arm. No need to share gossip about a rival or enemy. But are you close with anyone here? No, dear. I wouldn't say so. I don't let people get close to me unless I know their true nature. It takes me a while to warm up to people. Close friends are rare, and a special thing. We treat romance like it is the highest form of love, but romance comes with complications. Complications? Absolutely. Romance is a relationship with vested interests. In romance, we seek monogamy, adoration, sex, but in a friendship, we seek only connection. True, really. Close friendships are worth more than romantic partnerships, but not all friendships must be close to be worthwhile. There are 3 different types of friendships, each with a unique value. 3 types of friendships? Absolutely, I've given it a lot of thought. What are they? As I tell you each of these categories, I want you to think of your friends. Hold them in your memories, then see where each falls. Ready? This is exciting. Indulge me, darling. Are you ready to start? Sure. The first group of friends are the fair weather friends. You've heard the term? No. They turn up when you pop open a bottle of bubbly at the start of the night, but disappear when you're crying into your glass at 3 AM. They're the first to the party and the last to visit you in the hospital when you drunkenly fall down the stairs again. The second group is the Klingons. They attach themselves to you like a barnacle, refusing to give you an inch of space. Klingons wear out their welcome. They're the party guests who litter your home when the atmosphere has gone stale and the night becomes morning. Even as the sun rises, they fail to do or say anything of interest. The third and final type of friend is the life force vampire. They suck the energy from the room with their victimhood, complaints, moans and grievances. Is there anything positive about a friend? Life force vampires are the worst of all. Utter bores. They take and give nothing back, and they never dance with you. What dreadful people. Isn't that a cynical view of friendship? I don't sugarcoat things, darling. Maybe people have other views of friendship, but many think like I do. At least I'm honest about my opinions. Should I tell you about the rhinestone heirlooms? Why not? Don't be ridiculous. Miss Carmen is nothing but a washed-up gossip that loves to start trouble. If she told me the sky was blue, I'd step outside and check for myself. So you're saying she was mistaken? I'm saying that vapid floozy couldn't tell the difference between a diamond and a dishcloth. Wow. What's your story, Wendy? My story? Well, I'll share if you will, darling. What's your story? Just trying to survive the city. Yes, are we all, darling. But most of us can express that in a more interesting way. My own path from rags to riches was a little more rocky. Not that I was ever really in rags, not even close, truth to be told. My family was always wealthy, though we fought hard to avoid ruin. What happened? My father was in business with his brother. They squabbled, and there was conflict over contracts. For years my father was angry and distracted, always worried the money would disappear. When I was a child, we traveled around Sada, visiting the hotels my family owned. 3 in Bukovi, 4 in Timiro, 2 in Constanta and 1 in Talhasa. I never had a real home, just a hotel room, some spending money and an angry, absent father. No mother? Over 10 years there were 5 different women who asked me to call them mother. I never did. My real mother died young. I'm sorry. Don't worry, darling, I was well looked after. I had nannies, aunts and servants aplenty. But the constant upheaval made me strong, adaptable, ready to thrive in new environments. What of your family? What should I say? There aren't many of us left. Interesting. Well, we all have our own little backstories, don't we? And each time we tell a stranger ours, we reinvent ourselves. Thanks for sharing, darling. What else? About the charcoal. Oh yes, quite a thrill. Alina lay limp on the tiles while the rest of us were left to worry if we had just been poisoned or not. I'm not sure if we have Miss Bai to thank for still being alive, but considering she poured our tea in the first place, I think I reserve my gratitude for now. Oh, I'm finding a chaperone and heading home. Bye bye. Alright, last one. Is there anything? Okay, no. Can you tell me about Alina? I'm not in the mood to talk right now. Just serve drinks and don't ask too many questions. Is that okay? I understand. Okay, we have to be friends for that. You mentioned you play chess. Not much these days. You're not playing anymore. Seems so pointless now. Maybe it will keep your mind occupied. No, it will remind me of how much I've lost. Competing at that level took Alina away from me. It's too demanding, and the sacrifices you make are not worth it. And worst of all, I was playing chess with Alina just before she died. For all the things we could have shared. Coffee, a walk in the park, a hug. But no. More chess, more competition in between us. Then I learned even those games of chess were a lie. At least a trick. She couldn't beat me fairly. She was cheating. How was she cheating? Huh? Oh, forget it. It doesn't matter now. I know why. The point is, it wasn't supposed to be me versus Alina. It should have been us versus the world. You see Maria's jaw clench. For an instant, she simply glowers at you in silence, weighing her words carefully. I'm going to be charitable and assume you had good intentions in bringing this up. But I'm telling you now, stay out of Alina's private affairs. You have no right to rifle through her closet looking for skeletons. You hear me? Have some respect. Just want to know why someone would have wanted to harm her, Maria. Fine. Yes, Killian told me about her medication. Now go bark up some other tree. Ah, she is in a bad mood. Miss Bai may have saved our lives. Why are you treating her with such suspicion? Huh? I didn't say anything. I just asked about the... Don't think it's a little odd? No, I don't. She knew Alina was perfectly healthy, so of course it wasn't a natural cause. And her knowing to administer charcoal. Isn't that the first thing you do? If someone being smarter than you makes someone suspicious, you must be nervous a lot. Touché. Oh god, she's in an aggressive mood. Well, she was in a bad mood in the first place, so... Okay, I have one more clue. So this was Alina's big secret, and Killian, Durant, Maria, Poppa and Wendy Brooker all knew about it. Interesting. I didn't think you'd get your hands on this so easily, Bartender. Well done. Stimulants can have nasty side effects when taken in excess. So much is true, but I think Alina was a little too bright to make that kind of mistake, and she was a nurse before, right? However, I do believe this answers some questions about a piece of evidence we already have, don't you agree? It does? Are you seriously spending your time on this investigation exchanging hot gossip with Miss Carmine? You never know! You must admit it's odd. Fine, I entertain the idea. So you believe Miss Brooker is wearing cheap fake jewelry. What does that tell you? She doesn't have money for real jewelry. So in other words, you believe she's not all she claims to be? It's an interesting theory. If Miss Brooker is not quite as wealthy as we'd initially assumed, that means she too could be our blackmailer. But we're going to need more concrete evidence than a word of Olivia Carmine. If you find any clues, other clues that could substantiate your theory, bring them together. Alright. Yeah. Go. Okay, that's it for today. No one else is here. Let's put together clues, if I have any. Welcome home, Bartender. You will now return to your apartment at the end of each workday. Here you can review all the clues you have collected thus far and make a few deductions, just as before. To access the clue board, click on the board hanging over the desk. Oh, I can do more? We have a cat! To end the day and proceed to the next, simply click the bed to get a good night's rest. Good luck. Kitty cat! Aww. Is there anything else I can do? No. So why make it different than before? Okay, I have some clues. Someone that knew about Alina's drug use has been blackmailing her. Considering she stopped paying shortly before her death, Alina may have been killed by someone desperate for her money. I don't think I can connect anything else. Yeah. What did the letter say again? To demanding her to spend money in exchange for keeping her secret. Oh, the secret was, okay. That's it. Alright. We have some clues, but nothing real we can use right now. Oh, I don't have the book yet. Alright. Okay, I think that's it for today. We'll see what happens next in the next episode. See you then. Bye bye.